Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Grim, and I'm back at it again with... I'm going to address something right away here at the beginning, and that meme needs to die. That damn Daniel thing, that needs to stop. Everyone who's using that, please stop doing that. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I don't even know why that was a thing, but we need to all just stop and calm down and get back into the normal memes, which are actually good. So that's just that's a public service announcement that I would like to make before this video gets started. But I am back. I've been getting over a sickness. I don't know if you guys can tell from my voice, but that's why there's been a lack of videos recently. And today we're going to be talking about GoLaLoon. And I'm going to go ahead and start off right now by we're going to be scouting this base. I took a screenshot of this base in our current war against Buckeye Grove. And I'm using this app called Skitch. I'm on iPhone, by the way. I don't know if it's available for Android. But it's a good app. It allows you to just kind of take a screenshot of the base and you can draw on it, whatever, put arrows, whatever you want to do. And I'm going to be teaching somewhat the basics, the general idea of what to look for with a GoLaLoon when you're going to decide to attack a base. So I've talked about it before in some videos, and you always need to focus on your keys. And with a GoLaLoon, your keys are the enemy archer queen, the defensive clan castle. Those are pretty prevalent in almost all raids that you do. Those are pretty big keys. But then with a GoLaLoon, obviously with the LaLoon part, you need to get some air defenses out of the way. So taking a look at this base from the 12 o'clock portion, we can send a kill squad from 12 o'clock and take out an air defense, a second air defense, the archer queen, and the enemy clan castle, just like that, with the addition of an air sweeper right in there. That's just a bonus. You don't always have to get the air sweepers out of the way, but that's a bonus. So a good rule of thumb is always to take the amount of golems that you want to get air defenses out of the way, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to take 2 golems because I'm trying to get 2 air defenses down before I start my LaLoon portion. And I'm going to be bringing, obviously, some wizards for funneling. I'll go ahead and draw that with some blue arrows here to represent those, and maybe even possibly some minions, because as you can see on the left-hand side here, this cannon might not be distracted by this golem here, so maybe bringing a minion to take out that gold collector would be some high value rather than a wizard. And same thing on the right-hand side, might be close with a wizard there, so maybe a minion on that gold collector there as well. And then I'm going to go ahead and draw in a jump spell, because if you take a look, right on this cannon, you can place a jump spell, and it will gain you access to not only the queen compartment, but when your archer queen comes in, she will be able to take out and shoot at this air defense here and take that out with that air defense there inside just that town hall compartment. Now, next thing I'm going to focus on is going to be the LaLoon portion of the attack. And taking a look at the rest of this base, we're going to take a look at the air sweeper. And a lot of people have trouble deciding where they want to start their LaLoon portion of the attack. And it's a lot like hogs, guys. It's the same principles. You always want to work clockwise or counterclockwise around the base in whichever direction you want to choose. And just keep working, following a path on that counterclockwise or clockwise portion. So taking a look at it, there's one X-bow on this left-hand side that is set to ground. That's not going to be a factor. This air sweeper here is facing towards that ground expo. So probably the best idea is to go from behind that sweeper and start my LaLoon portion on the right-hand side there of the base. So I'd send in my lava hounds, probably, ooh, I want orange there. That's probably a better color for lava hounds. Probably just like that. And then another thing, you want to bring one more lava hound than air defenses remaining after your kill squad dies. So I'm going to be bringing 3 lava hounds for the remainder of this base, and I would be taking roughly 14 to 16 loons for the backside. And you want to target these loons, and what I mean by target is you want to take 2 to 3 per defense. So you don't want to place them all in one big long line like you would see in a like a farming or a pushing LaLoon attack. You want to be kind of precise about this. You want to send them in so that way they're attacking specific structures. So here I'm sending in probably 2 right there on that wizard or that archer tower, probably 3 on that cannon, 2 more to try and get that air defense out of the way, and then I'd move on, probably about 2 there, 3 probably coming in at that cannon, another 2 probably coming in at that wizard tower, and obviously I want to be dropping my lava hounds first. So I drop one lava hound here, and then 2 balloons right there, another 2 balloons. Then I'd probably go on to the second lava hound here, and then 2 more balloons with the addition of probably a haste spell. I'll go ahead and draw that in. Maybe even a rage spell. There could be a Tesla farm somewhere in this base. So right in here, there's some room for Teslas. So that's probably where I would be dropping a rage spell to help out. And another thing for, that's going to be my haste spell there. But another thing for your kill squad, if you feel like you have smaller heroes, maybe you're only at like 15 or even 10 heroes, what you can do is you can bring a rage spell for your kill squad. And that's just going to accelerate them through some more of the base and just give them a little extra push, but you won't have that for the GoLaLoon portion of the attack, which might not be very beneficial, but you just need to be more precise with your balloon drops and lava hounds. I'll go ahead and draw in probably another haste spell right in here I'd be using, and I would probably also bring at least 1 poison spell for the enemy clan castle. If it was a lava hound or something like that, wait for it to explode and then drop it on the pups. If it was a GoLaLoon, just slow them down or whatever. But 1 poison spell always in the bag is always helpful. And I would finish off with probably a haste spell right around in here. And we'd finish with a couple backside loons. And that's always what you want to... You always want to save 1 to 2 loons on the backside just in case you have a wizard tower. Likely this wizard tower would go down with my kill squad. But just in case there's a wizard tower, at the end of raids you see balloons get clumped up. And if there's still a wizard tower up at the end of a raid, it can really damage your balloons. And then one air bomb, one stray air bomb on a couple of damaged balloons, and your raid's over. There go all your balloons. There goes all your cleanup. So that's just something to keep in mind. Always save a couple loons for cleanup and backside wizard towers. But that would be a rough plan of what you want to look for when you start a GoLaLoon. Now I'm going to jump into some replays from some recent wars from the guys in my clan and show you exactly what I mean with some of these raids. I'll be right back. Alright, first raid we're going to be checking out is going to be done by Trouble. And he's doing a GoLaLoon here. Looks like he's taking 2 golems, taking a couple wizards to help for his funneling. A couple wall breakers there. He actually almost had a fail. Got lucky there. And sending in his 2 golems there. They're going to do the tanking. His Archer Queen came in. And one thing to remember, guys, is that you almost always want to have a later king drop. And unfortunately, his king does walk here. But his golem stepped up, and they're doing some tanking. Dropping the king late allows him to not take any damage and just step up and take out the enemy Archer Queen without any problem at all. And then again, his Archer Queen decides to walk around the outside of the base and not take that jump spell. I don't know what happened with this raid. It was just that's just one of those unlucky things that he can't take care of. But it's okay. He got the enemy CC down, and he got. Actually, he doesn't even get the Archer Queen down. He actually got really lucky on this. He got the enemy CC there, and I think he does eventually get this air defense down. Yep, right there. The Queen shoots the air defense and takes that out real easy. And now he's going to start with his LaLoons. And in comes a Lava Hound here. Eventually here, he's dropping some balloons down. Yeah, there's the Lava Hound coming in to distract that air defense. Had a little Tesla farm pop there. Some haste spells in to accelerate the balloons. Another second Lava Hound down to the first air defense. That's also a key because you see how that one exploded there? You want to make sure that you keep those balloons alive as long as possible. Unfortunately, the Archer Queen shot down some of his balloons there, and that's just the price of not getting her down. That's why it's a very big key. He got very lucky by not getting the Archer Queen down, but luckily she does eventually lock on to this Lava Hound, and she is then negated for the rest of the raid. He's got enough balloons left over on the backside, and he's got Lava Pups, plus he saved a couple archers for whatever reason for some cleanup. And that's basically going to do it as the balloons take out the remaining defenses, and there's nothing left except for that sweeper working on that last loon. And that's finishing up a 3-star for Trouble. Alright, next example we're going to look at is M4 Ton 7 taken out. They're number 17 with a GoLaLoon. Same principles. Here he's using some archers to pick off some outside structures, kind of like what I said with the minions. He didn't think that the Golems would be distracting these defenses here, so he brought some archers along to help out. And he decides to go with a little variance, didn't use a jump spell, decides to go with an earthquake spell to allow him access, just to open everything up for longer periods of time there. Tesla popped there, but his golems are going to tank for it. A couple wizards down there to do some funneling, and drop some wall breakers in to try and get to that inner queen enclosure just in case she doesn't hop the wall. But unfortunately, 2 Teslas popped, and he couldn't get that. But in comes his heroes, his king and queen, 21 and 20. And this is known as a max attack. And basically what the max attack is that you're using a lot of spells on your kill squad in order to get them further through the base. So the heal spell, obviously, to keep them up, and the rage spell, obviously, to accelerate them through the base. Because as you can see the Archer Queen doesn't hop the wall there, and the golems actually redirect, and then she does hop the wall, luckily. And she gets, the king goes ahead and takes her out real easy. And he nearly does get he nearly gets 3 air defenses before he even starts his GoLaLoon portion of the attack. As you can see, he's still got 3 lava hounds and 12 balloons there in the bag before he even starts deploying them there, before the Archer Queen and his kill squad actually have gone down. That's the value of that max attack that I talked about. And your kill squad is just going to stay up for longer. And as you can see, the Queen actually does get that air defense down. She hasn't even used her ability yet, just to keep in mind. So I do think that this raid is coming back. It's a very, very basic raid, but it's very valuable. Like it does work. It works. There's nothing more to it. It's very simple and it's very easy to perform, and I think it's making a comeback because people are so worried about things like dragon attacks and hogs, obviously, and some things like mass valks are coming up now. But I think this GoLaLoon stuff, it's making a comeback. So he's got pups all over the place. Obviously, he actually had a lava hound that didn't even explode, which is huge at the end of a raid. Actually, you want them to explode so that way you can get more cleanup. But good job, M4. Great raid and a great example of a GoLaLoon. All right, last example of the GoLaLoon we're going to look at today is going to be done by Latchy. And here he's coming in. Great base to go at here. Archer Queens right there. 2 air defenses right there next to each other. Using the wizards, obviously, to funnel. Archer Queen comes down. Use some wall breakers to open it up. Golems redirect into the middle of the base. And in comes the king. Kind of later drop there. He's also doing a very similar that max attack thing, trying to get through a lot of the space. I think he was planning on getting to the expos there. Rage spell, heal spell goes down to allow his troops, Barbarian King mostly, to stay up a little bit longer. The Archer Queen's going to work on the Lava Hound with the help of those wizards. When it pops, he goes ahead and drops a poison spell to help them through the rest of those little lava pups. And now he's got the keys down, the Queen's down, the defensive CC is down, and 2 air defenses are down, so he's free to start deploying his Hounds and Loons. Take a look at the air sweepers. Looks like they're pointing that way, so he picked pointing the opposite direction of where he's deploying his Hounds and Loons. So he picked a good starting point for the GoLaLoon portion. And in comes the 3rd and final Lava Hound there. Right as that one explodes over top of the air defense, the 3rd and final Lava Hound gets over top of it to start its tanking. And he's basically got the base beat. He's still got a haste spell left over. Probably didn't even need that rage spell. He's got that 1 balloon hovering over top of the wizard tower there, so it didn't start shooting at the big pack of balloons. And he did miss that expo there, so he used the haste spell there, but he has just a huge, massive amount of balloons there that wouldn't have mattered at all anyway. So now it's just cleanup. He did not get a Lava Hound to pop there at the end, so it's kind of a long cleanup because he didn't have that many pups, and I didn't get that Lava Hound to explode there. And so it takes a minute, but he had his king still up somehow with barely a sliver of health left. Look at that. But that's the price you pay sometimes when those Lava Hounds don't pop, and sometimes you do run out of time with this raid. But with that extra 30 seconds that was added in a recent update, shouldn't be a huge deal. But that's going to do it for me, guys. That is the how-to GoLaLoon. Let me know in the comments, guys, if this helped you at all, if you're looking at GoLaLoon and you're struggling with it, and let me know if it helped. And I'd like to see you guys here next time. See you later.